I'm sure by now many of you have already heard about Drake putting hot sauce in a condom. What allegedly happened was he hooked up with this female on Instagram. They call them Instagram models, but I really don't view them as models. Being a photographer myself, those are not models. I view those more like a backpage.com prostitute. They're not models. But he got with this model sexually. And to protect himself, he decided to pour hot sauce in the condom to kill the sperm, so that a female cannot go back and try to use that sperm to impregnate herself. I have to applaud Drake for that. Now, I really don't know why he didn't just flush it down the toilet. He should have flushed it down the toilet. That would have been the end of it. But somewhere in the back of his mind, he must have known that this female was grimy enough to try to trap him just because he's Drake. So he put hot sauce in the condom, put it in the garbage can. She goes in there, takes the used condom out of the garbage can, tries to insert the semen inside of her to impregnate herself, but instead she got burned. Now, from what I hear, she's trying to sue Drake. How can she do that when she was the one that took the discarded condom and injected that semen in herself? Did she not notice that the semen was discolored? I'm sure when he put that hot sauce in that condom, it discolored the semen. Unless, of course, she tried doing it in the dark. She must not have paid that much attention to the discolored semen and even the smell of the hot sauce in the semen. So I don't see any judge ruling in her favor, because this is something she did to herself. There are females that will try to trap men. If a man does not clean up after himself correctly, that female can take that condom and use it against him. Either say that he raped her or he impregnated her when he tried to use protection. Look at what happened to Bill Clinton. That female saved that dress. And look at the problems that it caused for Bill Clinton years later. I remember back in my player days. And brothers, listen. You never really know who's watching you. There are females that pay close attention to what you do. There are females out there that's cunning and crafty and conniving, and they're waiting for opportunities to trap you. I never forget this one woman that I was with, and when we finished doing what we was doing, of course, I cleaned up after myself, flushed the condom down the toilet, washed myself, even the wash rag that I used, soap and water, washed that out, made sure that there was no traces, right, that could be used against me. She looked at me and smiled and said, "Wow, you clean up good after yourself. You really clean up well after yourself." And I was surprised that she actually noticed how I cleaned up after myself. Because you have dudes that are with a woman and they may leave the condom on a dresser, on a nightstand, in the bathroom, on the floor. They don't clean up after themselves. And then they end up in paternity court and they say, it can't be mine because I used a condom. Not thinking that she took that condom and used what was in that condom to impregnate herself. So men, you have to learn how to clean up after yourself. Teach your sons. The young men coming up, in most cases, don't know how to protect themselves. Yes, they may use condoms, but what do they do with that used condom after they finish? They'll fall asleep. They'll leave that condom on the side table, on the floor, or what have you. Some dudes, in some cases, leave the condom inside the woman. What do you do with that unused condom? Do you even think about discarding that unused condom? Or you just nonchalant, just leave it behind? Drake is smart. I applaud him for that. And many guys should take note of what Drake did. Now, myself, I wouldn't have never thought about putting hot sauce in a condom. I always flush it down the toilet. I make sure that the wrapper, the condom, everything is flushed down the toilet. The rag that I use, I make sure I wash that out. Make sure it's clean. I clean up after myself. Right? A lot of fellas don't do that. And you'll end up getting trapped. So I applaud Drake for this. There's a lot of females that's upset. They don't like it because this, in a sense, is a win for men. What Drake did is a win for men. This female was not able to trap Drake and win the lottery off of Drake's semen. Drake had a surprise for her. He laid a trap for her and she fell right into that trap. So she did that on her own. There was nothing that Drake did. There's women are saying, why would he do that? Why would he put hot sauce in a condom? Why not? Why would she go behind him, take the condom out of the trash can and use the semen and try to inject herself to get pregnant? Why would she do that? So I applaud Drake. More men should take notes. And more men, especially the young boys that's coming up, they have to learn how to protect themselves, how to clean up after themselves. So again, I applaud Drake. This is comical to me. She got what she deserved. Until next time, I'm fearless.